Hey guys, I imagine most of you that are watching my channel or are interested in any of the content that I am putting out are probably looking to start a business or to get into some form of online business. So a lot of young guys like this, myself included, obviously. You know, if you're an ambitious guy and or an ambitious woman, and you just essentially wanting to get out of the 9-to-5 job and you're wanting to you know, make something of your life. And, you know, a lot of people, I mean, for me, it's mainly like freedom of time. So I want to be able to earn enough money through online means where I can have time freedom, which is like the ultimate wealth that everyone wants to get to. So if that's what you're like and you're just basically wanting that, and you are looking for ways to make money online, but you're not really sure how to do it, I'd suggest you watch this video, because not only is it going to be informative, but it's more, I think, going to be helpful to get you in the right mindset as to why I think you should start a business right now, as soon as possible. I'm going to try and keep this as short and as sweet as possible, because I want it to be digestible and I want it to be easy to view. So I'm basically just going to come at this video with a little sort of timeline and story of like what I have done in terms of business and online business so far in my online career. And hopefully it gives you guys a bit of like a push and a bit of inspiration to sort of just start. Like whatever it is that you want to do, you don't have to wait till you've got the perfect product or the perfect service to offer or the perfect thing that you want to do. The key to kind of getting things done and to really making some moves and making some money online is to just start. I'm reading a good book at the moment. It's called The Millionaire Fastlane, and it's basically a book about how to earn money, right, and how to become a millionaire as fast as possible. It's a really good book. It sounds a bit scammy when I put it like that, but it's really not. But yeah, in that book, there's a section in there that I really liked and really resonated with that basically said, like a byproduct of success is failure. So the people who are more and more successful have probably had to endure more and more failure. It's just part and parcel of what happens with success. So whatever you want to do online right now, whether that be YouTube, whether that be drop shipping, whether that be SMMA, whether that be any of these online business models, chances are your first attempt, second attempt, third attempt at whatever one of these are probably going to fail, right? You're not going to be successful straight away. So there's no point waiting around to get prepared to launch the perfect thing online and expect it to do well. Like, you may as well jump into it, grab the experience, grab the failure, treat the failure as almost like a win, because you've gained so much experience from it. So I'll go in and tell my story about the things that I've done, and all of them have failed, by the way. Like, I am just still starting out at everything. Like, my journey is very much beginning, and it's through all these failures and through all the things I've learned that's probably enabled me to sort of really make more progress than I ever have, which is what's happening now. So yeah, I think this video will hopefully be helpful for anyone looking to start any kind of online business. So my first online business was, quite unsurprisingly, a drop shipping business. So for me, it was, I'll try and get it on screen, but it was like one of those hip rollers, like it's like an ab roller where you'd sort of, you know, you have the handles and the roller in the middle and you'd kind of roll. And it trains your abs. It's like, yeah, you can get it for like super cheap on AliExpress, and everyone was doing this, you know, drop shipping. I mean, a lot of people still are. And it is a good business model if you do it right, if you actually treat it like a business and don't treat it like a get rich quick thing. But I treated it like a get rich quick thing. I wanted to just make as many sales as possible, and I wasn't really interested in the longevity of like any brand or business or anything. So this is where I learned the first and quite crucial thing is like just web development, and like the basic thing of like buying a domain on like GoDaddy or Shopify, and then like connecting that to a site. And in this case, it was Shopify. So I built a Shopify site for this, and I got the products and built all the products in Shopify with the descriptions and everything, got everything set up, and created like an Insta page for it. You know, that kind of first easy thing. Did all the easy stuff essentially. Built the Shopify page, built the Instagram page and all the social channels and did all that easy brand stuff and created a logo. And, I sort of pretended I was like working, like for me, that was work, creating a logo and all this stuff. And ultimately this never went anywhere, unsurprisingly, because my heart wasn't really in it. I'd not really planned, researched into it. But that being said, that was still a good thing because I learned buying domains and I learned Shopify building, Shopify site building. So there were two like key things that I learned straight away. So if you've not done either of those things actively, like got experience in doing that, then it's things like that, like get an idea to do something, whether it be print on demand or drop shipping or something like that, and learn those skills. You can learn off my mistakes in this video as well. And if you don't know how to buy a domain for a website, then you can go research that. Like go to GoDaddy and search around, and you'll find how easy it is. Like it's little things like that you just need to like learn, and you can only really learn it like by going and doing it. The second business I started, sorry, I should have mentioned the previous business I just talked about, the ab roller, was like when I was like 15, 16, and then after that, I started on my next business, which was a similar sort of thing, but it wasn't drop shipping. It was print on demand, which is similar to drop shipping, but it's more focused on like designs that you make. So the product has much more of your input on it in terms of the look and the feel of the product. And it was called Iconical. So this was like a website built again using Shopify. So this time I was quite easily able to make this Shopify site, and I already knew how to buy the domain and get www.iconical.com, which actually might redirect you to the new one now, if you ever go search that, the personalized pet prints. But anyway, I'll tell you about that in a minute. So yeah, Iconical, we were selling artworks of like rappers and stuff, and like it was kind of like this, I'll try and find a picture of it up, right? I think I've got some on my phone, but it was like these like cut out art styles, like on Procreate on the iPad, and you kind of like just draw it out, and then that was the art styles, right? I got someone to design them all for me, and this was actually the first time I'd ever made money online, right? So this business, I actually learned a lot more than I did with the hip roller one. That was kind of just like a first, dip the toes in the water, get a feel for it. This business was like full on, like I was making sales, right? And I learned probably like the most important skill I've like maybe ever learned, right, through this business. So the biggest thing I learned doing this business was paid advertising, okay, specifically Facebook ads. So I knew that the way to grow this business and advertise it for print on demand products, like you'd obviously get the Shopify site, get the domain, set up all your social pages, your Instagram, your Facebook, and all this kind of stuff, get the product, get the designs, and you use a fulfillment service like Printful or T-Launch, and you just create the designs, put them in there. And we were selling canvases, right? Posters and canvases. And you connect the designs up to Shopify, and it would just pull through. So like when anyone orders on Shopify, it would automatically go to the fulfillment, and then they would just ship it straight to the customer. So you wouldn't have to get involved in any of it. You would just take the difference in price, right? And just have to market it. So this to me just sounded brilliant. Like I thought I could just get money in my sleeve, like passive income, all the stuff that's like crazy talk about and everything. Yeah, I still wasn't focused on building like a long-term brand. For me, this was just really like, okay, let's try and learn as much as possible. Let's try and get my first online sale. Like the only goal of this was to just get a first online sale. And I did it, right? Not very effectively, but I did learn Facebook ads in the meantime. Wasn't very good at them, but I did learn them. So the way I did it was just literally went to YouTube, just typed in Facebook ads, right? And just like learned about how to do it. Very basics from the beginning. Did everything all by myself, fully self-taught. And this was when I was like 16, 17, right? 18 maybe. And yeah, this was like super, super valuable for me to learn this, because it's actually what allowed me to get the job that I'm in now, which is a digital marketer. I'm a digital marketer. I do paid advertising, so mainly Google and Facebook ads. And I've never been taught that through a college. I've never gone to university or anything like that. I've never been taught how to do ads. I've just self-taught and put it on my CV, everything that I'd done. And, through this business that I'd made was enough to actually get me this job, the job that I'm in now, which is massively upskilled how I do paid media. And now I'm going on to the next level of, okay, I'm setting up my own social media marketing agency, and I'm using the skills I've learned at the job to do that, which is ultimately how you level up your life, level up your income, is just through learning like everything. One of the biggest things I've learned is that the best way to make money in in the world, whether it's online or in person or whatever it is you're doing, it's just knowledge. Like, just learn everything you can. And like, the availability of knowledge now is so vast. Like with Google and YouTube, like you can learn anything, right? So anyway, back on track. So the story is, I learned Facebook ads, and this was in COVID, by the way, and I was on furlough. And if you don't know what that is like where you get paid off of the off your job, because the company you work for gets paid off the government to keep you on as a staff member, right? So as I was at a job, I was working at a construction company, put me on furlough, so I was sort of just sat in the house doing like nothing, right, for like a year or whatever, just getting paid every month to do nothing. So I had a load of money load. I had money lying around, right, and I couldn't do anything. We couldn't go out or anything like that. So I actually just invested it into Facebook ads. I thought it was like a really good investment at the time. So I spent £100 a day on Facebook ads, which is really, really high for such a small brand that doesn't even have like a big following on social media. It's just silly, but it was good to learn, right, how to do it. And so I made some cool Facebook ads, made some cool ad copy. You know, the Facebook ads had like a little GIF of the products in moving around and stuff. I thought it was really cool, but it, like looking back, it's like really not a very good Facebook ad at all. But yeah, so I made the Facebook ads, put £100 a day behind them, and I was actually making sales. I mean, no matter how bad your ad is, if you put £100 a day behind it, you're probably going to make some sales, right? So I did. I was making sales. You know, I'll get my Shopify up and I'll try and find some screenshots of the sales. But I think I made like 600 quid, to be honest. £600. It's like $800 in like a few months, which doesn't sound great, but pretty sure I made that. But the cost to get those sales was more than £600, quite a lot more. So it wasn't profitable. I lost money, but it was invaluable knowledge, and it's what allowed me to get to the job that I'm in today. And if I hadn't have done that business, I wouldn't have even been, I don't know what I'd have been doing today, which just drills in the point. Like, if you have a business in mind, just do it, just go for it. Like, don't debate on whether you should start it or not. Oh, I might lose money, and well, yeah, you might lose money, but like the knowledge and experience you will gain from just doing something and starting it is so much more valuable than money. Like, it really is in the long run. So yeah, that was the second business, Iconical, which was rebranded to Personalized Pet Prints, which is the new business, and that's been on and off for a while. So I just sort of rebranded the existing site. I didn't want to pay anymore, so I was like, I'll use the existing site, and created Personalized Pet Prints, which is like print on demand, but personalized print on demand, which is like more complicated to set up and uses Photoshop and all sorts of things. But it, you know, I didn't really market it, so it's still kind of like in the development stage, right? Because I actually wanted to focus on other things. I thought I like the idea of this, you know, drop shipping and print on demand and making money passively and just creating a system to do it. But the reality of it is the competition is fierce. And I thought it would be better to actually try and build up more of a personal brand and try and build up my knowledge more and actually look into other businesses, which is why I started a social media marketing agency. And then the fourth sort of business, which started and has ended now, not badly, just because like we just did end. I don't know why. In COVID, just sort of towards the end of lockdown, there was like a restaurant opened up round near where I live that I just walked past. I could see it getting like made and stuff and furnished inside. It was called Oliver's, and it was like a bar / cafe, and it looked pretty cool. So I just walked in. And this was like, I was super nervous to do this, by the way. It was like the most scary thing I've ever done, because I'm not super extroverted. I'm like probably more of an introvert. And I sort of walked in and just like, I think I walked in with my friend and I ordered a drink, and like I ordered a coffee and then just like got a feel for the place and went out. And then the next day I walked in, I was like, okay, do you guys need any social media doing? Because I was like, okay, you know, my name's Joe. I've, you know, done Facebook ads for myself and all this. This is before I was actually working at a big agency as well. And I kind of pitched myself I said, you know, I'll do your website for you. I'll do your social media for you. I'll do all this kind of stuff for you. And he was actually really cool about it. The guy who owns it, he was like still sound. I'm still good friends with him to this day. And he was like, yeah, like, let's have a chat. And then we organized a day. I came in. And we all sat down, I brought my laptop and we literally just had a chat about everything. And before you know it, I was charging him monthly to do all these Instagram accounts. I think it was like 200 quid a month or something like that. And like £300 up front to do the website, which was a Shopify website, which was ridiculous considering it wasn't, they didn't sell anything, but I only knew how to do it on Shopify. Yeah, so I was running their Instagram and Facebook for them, did some cool photos and stuff. They were actually really happy with everything I did. And yeah, it actually worked out really well, and it was such a good engagement. It was such a good confidence booster for me, because it was like I just walked into some business all on my own, like no one told me to do it, and like I didn't have a job. I was unemployed at the time, and I was like, I'll just give it a go. And I actually got some like income, you know, just from like off my own back. So it was like a really good confidence booster. So I'd recommend if you are starting a social media marketing agency, try and look around some local businesses in your area. Just walk in and, you know, just like, I mean, some people say don't turn up to the door, don't go to the business, but it's like, well, why not? Like, just if it's a small local cafe, like they're not gonna have a lot of money to spend with you, but it could just be great to build your confidence, even if it's not enough. Even if you get paid £100, $150 a month, let's say, it's like just a great way to build up that experience of like working with a customer, isn't it? Like a client. And that's like what I got. That's part of the reason why I'm setting up my SMMA now, my social media marketing agency, is because like I've had that experience with a client, and it just made me think like, well, I already know how to get a client. So if I get 4 more, then I could be making more than what I'm making now a month, and then obviously scale it. So yeah, so that's kind of my business journey so far. And now obviously the YouTube channel, and I'm managing another YouTube channel as well. So very, very busy. But it's just goes to show, you're going to fail. Most things that you start off with that you think are great at the time, you put all your thought, you put all your effort and energy into, probably going to fail. But the things that you learn from each of the failures is going to be absolutely monumental to launching you into the next thing. And you'll look back and you'll think, thank God I went and spoke to that company and did some work for them. Thank God I started that dropshipping company that was like a total scam, but at least it taught me how to build a site and do some Facebook ads and, you know, run an Instagram page, and all these things just mixed together. And the knowledge is the thing that's actually going to drive you to success ultimately. So yeah, that's my journey. And I really think if this has resonated with you guys in any way, then if you have any ideas in mind of what you want to do, whether it's dropshipping or print on demand, SMMA, whatever it is, just go for it. Just literally go for it. Just start, and you'll have ups, you'll have downs. Might not work out, might work out. Either way, you're going to learn. Yeah, go for it, guys. See ya.